Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mike. Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and Clarence Mason. And today on Dynamite or Mike, we're going to see Father Yule here today on Dynamite or Mike, Michael Cole says. But we're also going to see Seth Rollins here. He's also going to be here too today on Dynamite for Mike, Michael Cole says. I can't yield to see, Tony Schiavone says, when you see Father Yule here today on Dynamite for Mike. And also you brought up about Seth Rollins being here today too. So we want to see, how that's going to see how that's going to play out, Tony Schiavone says. Well, I know Clarence Mason said it's going to be cool to see Father Yule here today on Dynamite. We've been seeing him for like the 11th month and the 12th month. But I also want to see who Seth Rollins is going to end up working with. What's he going to do on the show? Because that's what I want to see. Here today on Dynamite for Mike. Clarence Mason says, only Santa Claus should really get law worked for taking Yule away from Jesus. Up! Ho, ho, ho. Happy Yule. It is I, Santa Claus, also known as Father Yule. Now, a lot of you folks out there have, a lot of folks over the years have scathed me, for saying that I took Yule away from Jesus. Or, scathed me for, knowing when children were awake and knowing when children were asleep. And first off, I'm going to answer the first scathing by saying no. I never took you away from Jesus. Shit. Because Yule is always going to be and always has been Jesus' birthday. Jesus is the ground for that holy day, or for that Christendom holy day. Also, I only know when someone's asleep, and that's as far as it goes. I only know when someone's awake, and that's as far as it goes. Now, I have a list of good names and a list of bad names, but mostly I get that from God and Jesus, and it really has to do with one's deeds. And I don't really have a say on who's on the list and who's not, who's on the good list, who's on the bad list. That's God and Jesus choosing on folks' deeds. And no, I don't give out Blackstone. I never gave out Blackstone. That's a lie. The truth is, I always gave out gifts, but then I always would give out the wrong gift, Like if it was, like if someone was being bad, then they might not get the first thing on their list. It might be the 2-disc thing or the 3-disc thing. But I never gave out Blackstone, So, and we do know that this time of year, right now, it's, now we're going into Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving Day, and I always show up at the end of the Thanksgiving Day walks, and always folks say, why can't Jesus show up with you if Yule is his birthday? Because a lot of folks don't believe in Jesus, so they would get irked and angered that that Jesus was showing up with me. They're all right with me because I'm folklore, I'm made up. But they don't like him because they don't believe in him, because some folks don't believe in him because of their worship, and we've got to onlook their worship because they want us to onlook theirs. So it goes what it goes. Well, Santa Claus, it's all right, Seth Rollins says. You're all right in my book. And Santa Claus, do you want to know something? I am a dreamer. I am an operizer. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Okay, yeah, I got a middle name. And I just want to say that you are doing a good work, you know, as as Father Yule, keeping the happiness and glee of Jesus' birthday, Yule, alive. Now, a lot of folks are going to scave you for things you had no run and lead over, you know. And I just want to say that you're all right in my book, and I'm happy to see you. Well, thank you, Seth Rollins. And what do you want for Yule? Well, oh, I know what he wants for Yule, Santa Claus. He wants to be the TWF. I can't stand up. Shit. What the fuck? He wants to be the I know what I want for Yule. I can't stand up. I want the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. That's what I want, King Caesar says. Well, King Caesar, that is going to be hard to get the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winning strap in a stocking. I could give you a toy one, which would you be happy with that one? Because I can't book the match, and I can't put you in the ring with Cody Rhodes. I don't have no sleigh with the booking or sleigh with booking or riding or whatever. Well, I know what I want, Santa. I want to have a Y speaker with Google Android. Not this bullshit. Not a one with Apple iOS, because that one's just too fucked up. All right, see what we can do. Have a happy Yule, everyone. Well, we just heard from Santa Claus or Father Yule. Michael Cole says, and now Seth Rollins is in the ring now with King Caesar. That's his name, Michael Cole says. And he wants to be the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Tony Schiavone says. I believe so. That's what he wants. Tony Schiavone said, what he's out here for. While Clarence Mason says he's out here, he wants to get himself over. That's why him and Seth Rollins are in the ring now. You can't stand up. Yeah, I can't stand up. So, I want to have a match with you. And if I don't get my match with you, you know what's going to happen? What? You're going to be like Bronson Reed and start smashing folks, Seth Rollins says. Start smashing me. I just got done with Medusa and her bullshit. And thank God that's behind me. And now you want to start your shit. Yeah. How'd you know that that's what I was going to do? Because that's what a lot of weakling, shitty, lot of weakling shit. Because that's what a lot of weakling, shitty heels like to do. They like to smash folks, like to strike folks from behind. So yeah, I know that I know that's your big thing. No, we're not doing that. Sorry, not happening. When I took the oath of being the main overseer of the toy wrestling gathering, I was going to bring a setup and oversight. And not going to have King Caesar play Bronson Reed and smash folks. You want to have a match with him, Seth Rollins? Yeah. King Caesar, you want to have a match with Seth Rollins here today on Dynamite or Might? Yes. Then okay, we're doing a match now. Ding. Well, looks like we got the match going now. And now we got the Fight Lord. The Fight Keeper in the ring now. And oh, King Caesar just took down Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins, is just got out of the way. Michael Cole said, a curve stomp on King Caesar, right on his head, Michael Cole says. But he's getting up, Tony Schiavone says, and Seth Rollins has to do it again. But he got up again. Seth Rollins doesn't understand why King Caesar isn't getting beat yet. Clarence Mason said King Caesar is going to be like Bronson Reed until we get Bronson Reed, Clarence Mason says. He's going to play the stead of Bronson Reed. And don't say he wasn't a heel. Never think Godzilla Final Wars. He was one of those foes that had a fight against Godzilla. Yeah, but he was brainwashed by by the Kaiser. You know that shithead, Michael Cole says. 1, 2, and only, he's not done yet, Michael Cole says. It ain't brainwashing, it ain't a spell. He means to be healed. And he's going to keep on squashing Seth Rollins. We don't got Bronson Reed, so great. Now we got to have King Caesar, Michael Cole says, pull the stunt. The Fight Lords will just throw the match out, Tony Schiavone says. And I think that's what they're going to do. And now Seth Rollins just curb stomped down. Another side stomp, Tony Schiavone says. How many do you think it will take to beat him, Tony Schiavone says. Hopefully that's enough, Michael Cole says, because I can't see how this wouldn't work. Seth Rollins hopefully is going to beat him here today on Dynamite or Might. It's going to take a lot to beat Caesar, whoever Caesar is, if he's a cat or a dog or whatever he is, Clarence Mason says. Whatever he happens to be, it's going to take more than sundry, side stomps to beat him. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Seth Rollins. Caesar just came out of nowhere. Seth Rollins won the match here, but now Caesar is not done. And now he's just smashing up Seth Rollins. And we gotta get someone to stop this, Michael Cole said. Yeah. Well, too bad the Fight Lord's not going to stop it. He keeps falling over, Clarence Mason says. Yeah, well, some folks got to put a stop to this. There you go. Now we got the two Fight Lords out there hoping to break it up. But King Caesar is not done yet, Michael Cole says. Now he's behaving like Bronson Reed now, Michael Cole says. Great, Tony Schiavone said. All he needs now is a Bronson Reed wannabe smashing up Seth Rollins just like Bronson Reed did. Tony Schiavone said. Yeah, Clarence Mason says. You go. Bronson Reed has nothing on you. And now John Bradshaw Latefield's in the ring now. That's enough. Get out. Because I'm going to have to bring in, I'm going to bring in Jason Jordan or Sean O'Hare. I have to bring in Jamie Noble or Sean Daivari or Ernest P. War or Angel or Hercules. Get out. Oh, I'm done now. Well, looks like King Caesar has pulled the whole Bronson Reed, and now King Caesar thinks he's Bronson Reed. Until we get Bronson Reed. This is going to be bad You know, this is bad, Michael Cole says. We don't have Bronson Reed yet in the toy wrestling gathering. And then we got King Caesar, behaving like him. He's smashing folks the same way that Bronson Reed liked to smash folks. Michael Cole says. Yeah, Tony Schiavone says. And who knows how long he'd keep on doing it to him until John Bradshaw Lakeville stopped him. Tony Schiavone said. Who knows? Clarence Mason said. He threatened he'd have to get Heracles, and Ernest P. Worrell, and Angel, and Jamie Noble, and Jason Jordan, and and Finn Finley, to come and break up the fight. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that, Clarence Mason says. But I like Bronson Reed. I like King Caesar. My mistake. We don't got Bronson Reed yet, but we're gonna get him. If we don't get, we'll get him soon. Gotta get him someday. All right, everyone, take it away now. Renee Young. Hi. Thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with King Caesar, the Bronson Reed wannabe, here today on Dynamite or Mike. All right, King Caesar. You seem to want to behave like you're Bronson Reed now. Yeah, because we don't got Bronson Reed. So I guess I'm taking his stead. I'm his stead holder. But once he do, then you're going to have fun, because you're going to watch Bronson Reed and me smash folks. Well, weren't you a good doer at one time, teamed up with Godzilla to take on Tol Godzilla, on Godzilla fight Tol Godzilla? Yeah. But you saw Godzilla Final Wars. Was that brainwashing? Call it what you want to call it. But we don't got Bronson Reed yet, so now they got me to deal with. And if this doesn't bring the watch time and the looking time up on a TWF Euro Fairway, what won't do it? I'm going to start smashing a lot of folks up. And Seth Rollins is a start. So, now, since we don't got Bronson Reed, you want to behave like Bronson Reed. Hey, I can smash folks as good as Bronson Reed can. He's not the only big man or big fiend to smash folks up. He calls himself a fiend. Well, I'm a fiend. He's not. And if he was in the TWF, then we could take turns, take shifts smashing folks. We might smash each other. But anyway, I took care of Seth Rollins. You won't be seeing him for a long time. Well, that's my talk with King Caesar. Back to you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking with King Caesar here today on Dynamite or Mike. And that's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone, and Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and Clarence Mason. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.